Are we finally getting closer to Rell Seas Devlog 3? And the answer to that is I really have no idea. Like, genuinely, I don't know. But 28 days ago from the time of this recording, so it's probably gonna be a whole month by the time this video comes out. So let's just say last month, Rell Seas started its closed testing, which they didn't announce. I mean, it makes sense, it was closed testing, but still, it would have been nice if we had a heads up. And on the 13th of March, Roblox did say we're nearing a month of closed testing, which is a month now. He said today is the 21st day of closed testing since it's begun. Over that period, we've accomplished a lot of things. They overhauled and reworked the combat system that we already knew and seen, and they've polished out and got rid of a lot of the bugs within its mechanics, which is good to know. They've improved and animated the entire UI system, which is cool. So we got a completely new UI again. As you do know, the UI went through a change before. Now it got another revamp, so this is what the third revision to the UI. Is always good to improve things, so who am I to complain? They finalized and cleared up the crafting and material system. That's really interesting to know, because the last time we saw the crafting, or they shown the crafting with the blueprint system, was back during Devlog 2, I believe, or was that during movie 1? Regardless, I'm just gonna assume it was Devlog 2. Don't really care to go back and double check. No, it wasn't Devlog 2, it was movie 1. Or was it movie 2? Anyways, I am super curious to see the crafting system in its entirety. Maybe just like a couple of examples of what some high, mid, and low level crafting loot looks like. Maybe armors or weapons, etc. Just to see, or just to get a glimpse of how it's going to be in the game. It'd be nice to get a sneak peek into the crafting system that the game has to offer. They said they finalized the event system also. Event system is event missions or mission events. Obviously it's going to have some sort of tie towards progression, which we don't know what that actually entails. We have no context behind that, so we're just going to skip over it. And then boss mechanics, system attack patterns, which is super cool. I do want to see how larger scaled bosses work in when you're fighting them. Is it going to be like GPO where you just spam abilities like Moria, where he also just spams abilities with no cooldown and has a million health? Is there no substance to the boss fights? Or with the boss fights and the attack patterns, are you going to actually be able to engage in these fights? Is it gonna be more entertaining? Again, we're gonna have to wait and see, because we do know that some of the bosses in the game are quite large. Are we gonna be able to? I'm just super interested in that, because not a lot of games handle boss fights, right? There are a couple that aren't big games that actually got big, like huge world bosses, right? Like Visteria has some really good boss fights in that game, in my opinion. If you've ever played Visteria, bosses like the Spider Queen and the Yeti, those are bosses that you take on with multiple people, and they're all entertaining and actually quite hard to deal with. And then he just went on to say there's more mesh bosses that have been completed, which doesn't really matter to us because we're not developers. Then he also said fundamentally a lot has changed with the Rell Seas combat system. Went from slow paced to nearing fast pace and nearly seamless play style. So everything's got polished out and smoothed out in terms of the combat system. Super curious to see how it's improved in depth. We do have a little sneak on top of it, but I don't think it really shows off anything useful or informational. Then he also said, while we are tempted in making development videos for feedback, which one of them is coming in the near future, so hopefully we get that either during the end of this month, or we're probably gonna get it during mid-April. Roblox also said we're pleased in finalizing the current product of our creation. We'll be beginning the testing in all games, abilities, content soon, blah blah blah. Okay, so they're gonna start public testing soon, from what I'm getting from this. So obviously the people that want tester for the game, that's going to be public testing, and then shortly after public testing is going to be the early access for the gold and silver members, which is going to be super cool as well. So everything's only a matter of time. I think sometime during mid or late summer we might actually get like an announcement date for Rell Seas. I don't think it will come out this summer. I just don't see it happening. However, I do think during this summer we we'll get some sort of announcement date or time frame, or maybe we'll get a roadmap because everyone's doing roadmaps now. And on top of that, the only other useful information is that they revamped the Pika no Mi. Now, I do think it's super interesting the way they're going with this. So the way they changed it is that Pika is going to have different weapons that you can utilize, kind of like Kite from Hunter x Hunter, but cooler because this is One Piece. So from this screenshot, you can see that there's a revamped version of the axe, there's some sort of rapier, there's a short sword or some sort of this sword in general, and then there is a pistol. So we're going to be able to use guns within light mode, which is interesting and silly because, you know, you can just shoot bullets with your fingers or honestly any part of your body, but obviously copyright. And the fact that they want to be different with it, so this is going to be super interesting. The one I'm most interested in is the gun mode with the Pika no Mi. Is there going to be, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, obviously I'm not gonna just sit here and guess and random sprout out random nonsense. However, I do want to see what they do with that little revolver looking weapon. Revolveragz, revolver looking weapon. Yeah, it goes hand in hand. Rapid fire mode, single. It's just gonna be super cool. Genuinely interested to see what they do with it. Also, with these weapons, I'm assuming each of them is gonna have obviously their own M1s, but is there going to be a shift in abilities from rapier to great axe or great sword or just axe in general? Are they gonna have two different abilities? That'll be super interesting if every form has a different ability, and I think something like that would just make Pika's value skyrocket in general in the game's trading economy or just economy in general. Having different weapons and each of those weapons have different play styles entirely, not only just from the M1s but from the abilities that you're able to use with them. That'll be super cool. Each of them have probably like 2 abilities and an ultimate. That'll be really cool. Or is it going to be the same ultimate and then just 2 different abilities or 2 or 3 different abilities? Super interested to see what they do with Pika properly. And honestly, that is about it. I just wanted to speak about testing is soon, and also we're gonna be getting devlog 3 or movie 3 very soon as well. I don't even remember if we're in movie 1 or I don't even remember if we're movie 2 or movie 3. It's just been so long since we've gotten anything from Rell Seas that's like been meaningful. But yeah, I'm definitely looking for, hey man, we need Rell Seas, bro. Roblox is not hitting right now, man. It's not hitting. We'll see our boys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think of this whole situation, Pika, testing, early access, or things of that nature in the comment section down below. Love and appreciate y'all. Peace.